Hey everyone, welcome back. So today, before moving to our next problem, I want to discuss one special case of join clause, that is self join. You might have heard about inner join, left join, right join, full join, cross join and full outer join, but this is the special case. So what is self join? So joining of a table with itself is called the self join. And what is the use of it? So whenever we want to compare the values of different rows of the same table, then we use the self join. It will be more clear if we look at this table. So let's say we have a table with columns name and salary. Names are A, B, C and salaries are 100, 200 and 300. Now let's say I want to compare the salary of C with salary of A. So how do we do that? So we do have the aggregation functions, conditions and everything if we want to compare different columns of the same row. But in case of columns, in case of rows, if we want to compare different rows, we don't have any functions and everything. So in that case, we'll use the self join, and we'll use that in a way. So let's say we want to compare row C with row A. So if somehow I can bring the salary of A in the same row, the salary of C exists. So let's say I bring this 100 over here, and now I have the salary of A and salary of C in the same row. Now I can use aggregation functions or any condition, everything, and it can be compared easily. So this is the case of self join. Now let's look at the problem. So here we have a weather table which contains 3 columns: ID, recorded and temperature. And from here we want to write a SQL query to find all the dates with higher temperature when it will be compared with its previous date. Let's look at the example now. So in this example we have 4 rows. Remember that we want to compare the temperature of a day with its previous day. So in this case, row 4 will be compared with row 3, row 3 will be compared with row 2 and row 2 will be compared with row 1. Now let's write down the query. So select start from weather W1, join it again with the same table weather W2 based on condition W1.id should be equals to W2.id plus 1. So when we'll do that, the second row of the table will get joined with the first row of the table, because first row will become with ID 2, which will be joined with second row. So it will be more clear if I run this code and try to analyze the final result that we are getting. So we have row ID 2 which is being compared with row ID 1, and that's what we wanted. So the second row is being compared with the first row. We have brought 20 in front of 30. Now we can easily compare both of these values. So what we'll do, now we have to compare both of them. We want the higher one. So we'll put the where clause. Now these 3 columns are from the first table and these 3 columns are from the second table. So we want the temperature of first column should be greater than temperature of second table. Now let's run it again. See, we got the IDs that we wanted in our output. It's just that instead of select star, we'll use the w1.id. And it got accepted. Thank you and subscribe it for more.